trade jobs where that's not going away anytime soon. That even if, I can't imagine. Can you imagine if we had an AI robot physically go into your home and fix your plumbing?
I wouldn't trust it at all.
Uh, would you trust
Absolutely
that?
not.
Would you trust a robot fixing your plumbing?
I no, 100% no. 0% really. I wouldn't trust that at all.
No, no, that would be very interesting. Imagine if they had a camera. Whew,
That would
that
have
would
made it even
not
worse.
be. That would not be good. We got to be wary of these things. We got to be
We got to be
wary
worried.
of.
Yeah, yeah, we got to be worried. Sorry to interrupt, but we got to be worried about how what the government offers us things. I mean, if you want like if the government says like we want to help you, just be careful because you're gonna lose some of that control that you want. And then yeah, we are already seeing a lot of it with with some minor things like with security cameras in each street corner, and we're quote unquote safety. So I've had my concerns of it too.
The government says they want to help you. Do you want to accept that help?
Mm, I'll be very wary of it. So yeah, it'll be
And
very concerning.
rightfully so. We got to be very,
You got to
very
question
alert and
that
aware.
very hardly, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, it's now worrying me that we need, in order to combat a lot of this, we need to be very aware of what is going on in society. And unfortunately, as vast of an impact as social media is having, most people are still not aware. We've got these amazing, ungodly communication platforms now, and but people are consuming this content like it's an addiction, and they're consuming this content without even thinking about what that content necessarily is. We're scrolling through reels and stories and watching these videos about cats, about people at home, about bears attacking humans, or these
Yeah,
just odd, funny
sometimes even
sometimes.
worse. Sometimes even worse, useless stuff, more useless stuff like signing up for OnlyFans and just scrolling whatever pleasures you'll get out of it. It's
Oh yeah, that
yeah.
guys, if you're you're doing, if you're going on OnlyFans, get off, get off now. Whew, that
It's not doing you any good. Like it's not doing
no,
you. It's not doing me any good. It's just it just decreases your communication skills and your like the way you try to attract people and just it just keeps you more isolated if you just constantly just just looking up pleasurable stuff that you shouldn't be looking at.
oh yeah, but it's interesting you say that because now my thought went to of course I don't condone OnlyFans at all, but in my mind I'm now thinking maybe at least they are actual women earning money and doing that kind of work versus if it was AI.
Hmm.
Imagine imagine if they were just videos created by ChatGPT and they weren't real. That would be even worse. So in a way, I'm actually glad that it is the way that it is now, even though it's doing absolutely nobody any good for our culture.
Yeah, and our even
That's
our
an
critical thinking
interesting.
skills too. Yeah.
Yeah, I read I read another article. I saw another video actually that kids in China want to grow up in engineering and AI related jobs, while kids in the United States and other Western countries, what do they want to do? They want to grow up to be a YouTuber like me, like us, and they want to be social media vloggers, and that just gets me wondering, thinking about, geez, 10, 15, 20 years from now, what if China is creating the artificial intelligence that Western countries are using so that they don't have to work anymore? What kind of an impact would that have on politics, on the world, on our country, on our society? It's,
Ha- have you ever
I
read
don't know.
the Have you ever read the book 1984 by Orson Welles?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's kind of like similar to that, kind of like that Big Brother type of aspect where you have just the sense of someone's watching over you at all times, and you want to let someone higher up just do the stuff for you, and having all this overwhelming amount of technology uh just uh just taking over, just the meaningful and the more organic types of communication and work that and at least that people should at least have their play a part of. So I mean, it was a really like eye opening book, and kind of similar to like our culture today. I mean, that book was written like in the early 20th century, and then how it like foreshadowed many of the stuff we see today with this overwhelming amount of technology and surveillance too.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
definitely
what.
recommend reading that. Definitely recommend to the folks listening to go out of your way and just go out of your way and check out that book and read some excerpts on it. So
Excellent. I'll tell you what. Those of you on audio or video, I'll put a link in the description to Amazon, 1984, the book, right? 1984.
yep. hmm
All right. Check out the link in
1984
the
by
description.
written by George Orwell, I should say. So
George who?
George Orwell is
George Orwell.
Orwell.
Excellent. I think I've heard of that name before myself. Very good. So make sure to check out that book. Now, another thing I was thinking about is the role of formal education in this kind of AI driven society. Now, teachers could end up working remotely, but even they eventually could be replaced by the likes of YouTube, online education. I would imagine eventually, not saying this should be the case, but I could imagine a world, a future in which teachers are replaced by AI. Um, Educational institutions today are going would go fully online, or at least the majority online, and everybody's learning from home. Everyone's watching videos, especially if there are no entry level jobs to to start gaining some work experience, like customer service, let's say. There isn't going to be a way, an effective, meaningful way for students and others who are just starting off or starting fresh or new in the workforce trying to earn some money. They're not going to have a way in, and they're going to be stuck at home. They're going to be unemployed. Unemployment could be significantly higher. People will be not even, you won't even need to learn from YouTube, because even YouTube videos nowadays, there are AI systems, software that allow you to create videos from thin air, essentially. Yes, a lot of the creative work right now is going into asking the right questions, but you can ask very simple questions, get very simple tasks like create a YouTube script about yada yada yada, and then you can put that into a script writer. You can put that into a voiceover writer. You can put that into a video generating editor, and you can essentially create whole videos out of thin air. A lot of YouTubers are already doing that, and they're already profiting off of it. And it's part of it is smart, but another part of it, the culture aspect of it, is who are we learning from? We're learning from artificial intelligence that gets their information from a compilation of sources from all across the internet. That is going to be very interesting to see how all of that plays out. Because if YouTube is automated eventually, but it's not going to be, I don't imagine it would be fully automated. Because if we have a lot of people at home, working from home, um, you're going to probably see a even larger rise in content creators, just like we saw during the pandemic, just like we continue to see today. So I don't imagine YouTube going away anytime soon as far as individual content creation and original content creation. But there's still going to be a rise of this, of AI creating the videos and creating social media posts and reels that who's supplying that information, and it's compilations from all over the internet. But I could imagine a lot of people in the background taking advantage of that and pushing whatever agendas, whatever message they want to push to you. The matrix, as we live in today, could be easily expanded with the use of AI. And it can be scary sometimes. We need to be informed. We need to be aware. I think a good start is this individual content creation, because so many people are spending time online. Maybe instead of pushing content about cat videos, which, first of all, content that is pushed out on social media platforms is pushed out because people want to see it, because the demand is there. So if
Yeah.
we can stop our desire to watch these useless, again, sometimes funny, which is great from time to time, but to spend hours watching this useless information, these useless videos, that's what's detrimental. So if we can continue to push out content made by individual contributors, I think it's a good start to getting people at least thinking critically about what is going on in our society, in the world, in our culture. First step to solving any problem is recognizing there is one. If people don't know that there's a problem, we're not going to fix it.
Preach. That's good. It's very good.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a great place to end there too. On that note, get informed, stay informed,